Mike Moore Media, the first place to hear Rockingham County news and information.
Our program is sponsored by Carter's Auto Repair and Exhaust. On our media line, Neville Hall, the mayor of Eden. Mayor, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine, Mike, and I hope you are.
I'm doing great. Yep. Well, I knew you were on the road, but a couple of things we want to talk about. The last couple of times we've talked, Mayor, you were expressing your concern about the litter problem in our city, in our county, and looks like we have a big announcement to make. This all came out at the city council meeting this month about the citywide litter sweep. So let's jump right into that and how we can help clean up our city.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem. It's not just our problem. It's all over the place. But it's just a little thing that people can do to really help the appearance of the city. Just put the stuff in the trash can, or if you're in your car, stick it in a plastic bag or something till you get gas, and then put it in the trash can. It's an easy thing to do, and it really makes a big difference. If everybody will just do their part, as opposed to assuming somebody else is going to pick it up for you, it'll make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the city's really behind this initiative to clean up the city.
Sure, yeah. Well, Citywide Litter Sweep is April 10th, meeting there at Grogan Park on the campus there of City Hall. And then the statewide litter sweep is the 10th through 24th. But this is a year-long campaign for Eden, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a source of concern for a long time, and this Saturday, or the Saturday the 10th, will be a good start to making a big difference. I'm hoping a lot of people will show up and help pick up trash, and then they're having a hot dog lunch provided afterwards. And I think as more people that get involved and also see people picking it up, maybe that'll touch their conscience a little bit, and they'll quit throwing litter out the windows, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's hope so. But we can certainly do our part, that's for sure. Well, Kelly Stoltz, Director of Planning and Inspections at this month's City Council meeting, had a long presentation, actually, looking at some long-range plans, the Affirmative Maintenance Community Development Program. And that includes a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the way we're trying to take care of some of the problems actually before they become problems, and sort of a forward-looking program for maintenance of properties, around the city, and hopefully we can head off the problems and people can repair these as opposed to making it to the point where we have to demolish them or condemn them. So we're trying to get ahead of that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I know one thing that came up was that house on Spring Street that's been there kind of a sore thumb for, well, I think someone mentioned in that meeting, first came up with some violations 20 years ago, but it's finally going to be demolished.
It is, and the neighbors deserve that. They deserve to not have to look at an eyesore in their neighborhood, and 20 years is a long time to correct something, and it's just unfortunate that we had to resort to that, but I think we've given multiple extensions of time, especially due to COVID. When we even when we set a deadline, we went above and beyond that just because not being able to come represent yourself to council in person, we just felt like it'd be better to hold off until we get back and have an opportunity for the property owner to make an effort and show us what progress they've made, and none was made. So, unfortunately, that's an expense the city will have to take on, but it's what the neighbors deserve and the citizens of Eden deserve, to not have those kind of properties to look at all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think you've been over backwards on that. It looks like for a number of years. So you gave the people there every opportunity and more to fix things, and nothing was ever done. So this new program that Kelly was talking about will help with things like that?
Yeah, I think it'll give us an opportunity to start doing some enforcement prior to getting to that level of deterioration. You get down to where it's been vacant for many years, the windows and doors are gone. It becomes a safety hazard with kids naturally wanting to climb in and look around and do no telling what. So it's also a safety in addition to the aesthetics of the neighborhood. It just we're hoping that this new program will head off some of that before it gets to the point where it's a safety issue.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about new fire trucks. I know everyone. If you're in the fire department, get excited when you talk about 2 new fire trucks. Looks like $1,354,000. But this is a wise investment, isn't it?
Well, it's you think about services provided by the city. Obviously, you got water and sewer, but 2 of the most expensive and the most depended on are the fire department and the police department. Mm-hmm. And these fire engines are built to last 30 years, and we've gotten all the life out of one that we could, and it just becomes cost prohibitive to repair it anymore. If it's reached the end of its life and you can't get parts, and you just, unfortunately, they're big ticket items, but you have to do that. You have to rotate them in your service from time to time. And this year we had one that went out of service because of its age and condition. And then we also had one that was damaged in a maintenance issue, and the insurance company totaled it because it was damaged beyond repair. And so we got stuck having to buy 2 at one time. And it is a huge expense, but it's something that you need and you expect to have as a service in a municipality, and you just got to bite the bullet and borrow the money and finance it and take care of the citizens.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, I know Todd Harden, interim fire chief, made the comment that to build one from the ground up is 15 to 18 months, and I've heard numbers like that before. You don't realize, I guess, until you hear something like that and what all's involved. So these are demos that we're getting, right?
Right. These are the ones, they come with the, loaded with the equipment, and they bring it to your site, and you sort of test drive it, and if you want that one, you can get it right away. If you want to wait, they will build you one. But we're in a situation where, in order to maintain our coverage, we needed to have it sooner than a year and a half from now. So
yeah,
we bought or buying the demo truck. Mm-hmm. That's what we did on the other ladder truck as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, and Todd made the comment that this will give us from 67% to 99% ladder coverage. So that's a big improvement.
It is, and the insurance rating is affected by the coverage that you have too. So all of these things will be positive changes after we are able to get the equipment to the level that we need.
Yeah, okay. Well, Lydia Craddock was there with a presentation at the City Council meeting this month with a presentation on the Rockatop apprenticeship program, and which has been around now for a little while, but continues to be successful and helping in so many ways, matching our young people and companies right here in the county.
Yeah, I mean, it is a wonderful program, and I know that the students who are involved in it are getting a great hands-on education with the technology that they're using, and they come out of that program with a degree and ready to get a job, and these companies are great resources for them to learn, and it's good for the company. They're getting train somebody to use the equipment like they'd want them to, and it has been a great program. It's started to grow and get more companies involved, and then COVID hit, so everything kind of, with not being in school full time, it makes it hard to work on these type of programs. But hopefully now that if we can get back to a normal school schedule, these programs can continue to grow, and I'd love to see some more opportunities in the city of Eden, mm-hmm. With companies hiring and using these apprentices. That would be great.
Yeah. Well, Lydia and I are now doing a monthly podcast with an update on Rockatop and what's going on with that. Well, I know we're always looking at things aesthetically like public art and murals, and looks like the Cook Block getting their first mural. Yeah,
they're getting an old license tag, a spray license tag, painted as a mural on the side of Fred and Dee Dee Ramsey's barbershop, right there, going up the Cook Block. And it'll, like you say, it's aesthetically pleasing, and we're glad that we're able to find a place in Spray or the Cook Block area to do that. We've done murals in other parts of town, and this is going to be a nice one over there for Spray to have to take pictures with.
Yeah, and Brandon and Amy Hardison, who did the big one downtown in Leakesville, in charge of this one as well. It's going to be 13 to 15 feet long. I think Cindy Adams said about 4 feet tall. And I think they started some preliminary work this week.
Oh, good. I didn't notice that. I had ridden through the cook block earlier this week, but I didn't notice that they had started anything. So that's good. I'm glad they're moving forward with it.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, well, those are some things I wanted to mention. Anything on your agenda for this podcast, Mayor?
I can't think of anything else. You did a great job covering everything we talked about in the meeting, and just encourage people to follow our meetings online and come to them in person if you feel like it. And the media outlets that we have now will make it easy enough for you to stay involved and know what's going on. So, I encourage everybody to get involved and keep up with what's happening in the city and do what you can to make it a better place.
And there are a number of opportunities, a number of ways to get involved, too, aren't there? Committees, boards, things like that.
Oh, yeah, and I'll mention again, because I think it's so important, that April the 10th is a great way to get involved. You can make our city better just by being there and picking up trash and supporting the people who are there doing it. So I think that's an easy way to get your feet wet by helping the city on April the 10th with the litter sweep.
Yep, that's exactly right. Mayor, I know you're on the road, so safe travels. Thanks for stopping to talk with us. I appreciate it, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Mike. Have a good weekend.
You too, sir. Bye. That's Neville Hall. He's the mayor of Eden, our monthly program, always on the fourth Friday of the month about this time. Let me remind you about our sponsor, and that is Carter's Auto Repair and Exhaust. Charles Carter and his staff do a great job there. They're on Kings Highway. Charles himself has over 30 years of experience. Quality work, affordable prices, those are some of the key things there at Carter's Auto Repair and Exhaust. All qualified mechanics. They specialize in exhaust, custom and stock exhaust, just really all automotive work. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. Quality work at affordable prices. Now, a couple of websites to check out and Facebook pages as well. ExploreEdenNC.us and ExploreEdenNC.com, and then the Facebook page there, Explore Eden NC, and then the city's website is EdenNC.us. Thanks for listening.